Greetings, family, and welcome to another edition of Black Talk Radio, where black media matters and black life definitely matters. Today is Saturday, August 25th, 2018. U.S. prisoners have gone on strike, and here's why. Prisons in America are a war zone. Let's take a look at this video, and you'll get a gist of what I'm talking about. So my YouTube family, what may shape up to be one of the largest prison strikes in modern U.S. history began Tuesday, with inmates across the country protesting what they call modern-day slavery. The nearly 3-week strike targets poorly paid prison labor, prison conditions, and lifelong sentencing, where they sentence black men and women the harshest for the same crimes as others, but they give other people a slap on the wrist. It's an indictment on this so-called justice system. It's not just at all. But I digress. The nearly 3-week strike targets poorly paid prison labor, prison conditions, and lifelong sentencing, and was spurred by deadly riots earlier this year at the Lee Correctional Institution, where 7 inmates were killed through labor strikes, hunger strikes, and sit-ins staged from August 21st to September 9th. Protest organizers are demanding an end to what they see as exploitation and racism in the world's largest incarceration complex. Quote, "Prisoners understand they are being treated as animals. We know that our conditions are causing physical harm and death that could be avoided," jailhouse lawyers speak, a nationwide inmates collective said in a pre-strike statement. Prisons in America are a war zone, it added. It's unclear how many of the almost 2.3 million people serving time in America's vast incarceration system will risk substantial penal retaliation to join the protest. But the movement has the potential for massive operational disruption as correctional institutions rely on prison labor, from cooking and serving the meals to washing the laundry to maintaining the grounds. So, before I continue, I just want to say that when I said that prisons in America are a war zone, white people don't care. White Americans who say that they are your friends while you have family members sitting in prisons in these jails, they can care less. Have you ever had a conversation with any one of your white friends about this issue? I doubt it, and I doubt you were honest and sincere about the conversation. But nonetheless, they know this exists. This is why when white racists online troll you, they always say things like, have you ever been in jail? Aren't you in jail? Or get a job. Because, see, in their mind, they automatically assume that you don't have a job and that you should be in jail and that the system systematically will jail you as a black person. They know this all too well. They tell on themselves all too well. But these are some of your white friends. That's right. These are some of your white friends who will not have a conversation with you about this issue. But let me continue. Who is protesting and why? Led by inmate organizations like Jailhouse Lawyers Speak and Incarcerated Workers Organizing Committee, the 19-day strike has countrywide reach, with at least 17 states reportedly participating so far. The strike comes in response to bloodshed at the Lee Correctional Institution in South Carolina, which was deemed one of the deadliest prison brawls in recent memory. At the April 15 uprising, sparked in part by gang-related violence, at least 7 inmates bled to death from stab wounds, while 22 others suffered injuries. So, why the dates of the protests are significant? The strike is bookended by dates seen as flashpoints in the criminal justice system. The strike began on August 21st, 47 years after African-American activist George Jackson was shot dead during an escape attempt from San Quentin Prison in California. The strike is scheduled to end on September 9th, the anniversary of the Attica prison uprising when inmates took over the correctional facility in upstate New York. The state of American prisons. America has less than 5% of the world's population, yet holds nearly 25% of the prisoners. By the National Research Council's count, that amounts to nearly 1 in every 100 adults currently in prison or jail. In February, British courts ruled that the combination of harsh sentences, poor medical treatment, and excessive use of solitary confinement made imprisonment in America a human rights violation. Again, harsh sentences, poor medical treatment, and excessive use of solitary confinement made imprisonment in America a human rights violation. The strike organizers offered a similarly stark assessment. Quote, everyday prisoners are harmed due to conditions of confinement. For some of us, it's as if we are already dead. So what do we have to lose? Unquote. So of course, family, when I show pictures like this of the California fires, we can't forget all the black and brown prisoners who helped put out the fires across California. For that matter, each and every year and each and every fire, we owe our allegiance and thanks to those black men who are putting in much work for the lives of all of us, the lives and safety of all of us. And so let it be known that when we give credit to the firefighters, they don't get all the credit. They need to give that credit to the California prisoners and those across the nation. This is Guru at Black Talk Radio. Tell me what you think. Peace to you and yours. We'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Oh, family, before I go, I forgot one more thing. You know what the whole ordeal is that I see is that, yes, the statistics, the numbers speak for themselves when it tells you about the 25% of prisoners that we have in the United States. It just goes to show which country in the world is the most racist. That is for a fact. Secondly, why is this? Why is this design system set up the way it is? Well, in my opinion, it's because white males simply can't compete fairly with a black man. That is the gist of it. Wholeheartedly, in my heart of heart, that's what I believe, is that white men simply cannot hold their own nuts up to a black man. That is for a fact, because if they could do it fairly, they wouldn't be putting all these obstacles in the way of black men. That is a fact. Thank you, Time Magazine, for revealing these truths. This is Guru at Black Talk Radio. Peace out.